Good evening and welcome to Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms. This is Raph streaming to you live high above the keep in the hot air balloon, egging cars down below. Neindorf, how you doing?
I'm doing well. This is a fun day.
It is. It's been a really fun day. I guess first thing, I like that the release was on time. And so this like I shouldn't even say on time. I like that it was a little earlier in the night. Selfishly, that makes it a lot easier for our Wednesday podcast. I don't mind the every 2 weeks release. What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, no, I think this is really cool to see. And this is kind of where I think you're starting to see what it's like in the team's new approach where they're doing these 2 week major development cycles. I think you're going to see a lot more predictability out of them. And I think we as a community are really going to appreciate that.
Yeah, I have only been on mobile thus far, and I'm just logging onto computer for the first time today. And I'm clicking on the marketplace icon. And have you seen this yet? I know you can't see my screen unless I share it on Discord. When you click on marketplace, there's a central marketplace, and then there's east marketplace, and then there's a question mark in the cardinal direction of north, south, and west. I did not see that when I was on mobile, so that's really neat.
Oh, fascinating. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you kick us off with the question of the day?
Sure. I lost my page here. Ah, got it. There it is. So, yeah, obviously it's got to be pet related, right? So what is your favorite movie character that is a pet?
I am going to save my answer for the giveaway questions because they are two
Oh,
of my
nice.
favorite pets. So I'm going to go ahead and save my answer, but let's go ahead and throw it to YouTube. I really want to see what some people's comments are. So throw your comments into the YouTube chat. What are your favorite movie pets? So why don't you go while we're waiting for the answers to come in? What's yours?
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how it came about, but when I was quite a bit younger, I probably when this movie first came out, it the movie Turner and Hooch is one of my favorite movies. I don't know. I loved like
Good
the
old
dog
Tom
tearing up his
Hanks.
house.
Yeah,
Some classic Hanks,
classic Tom
exactly.
Hanks.
So Hooch, you gotta have the Hooch. Plus, he's like a crime fighter. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I gotta, actually, okay. So this one is not one of my questions, so I won't spoil it. Um, let's see who can get this. You'll probably get it right away. Snowflake.
That's yeah.
Let's see if you get it.
Man, it's like on the tip of my like. I know what this is. I just can't. It's just not. I can't.
Bonus points if someone gets this in the chat.
Oh, this makes me upset. I know what it is too.
I now
Yeah.
now it's I'm getting a little
Oh, I'm drawing
nervous
a
that I'm getting it
total
wrong.
blank.
Oh, there we go. We got it. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. That's the name of the
Oh
dolphin.
yeah. Oh, I knew I. Oh man,
Yeah.
that was a great one.
I think all
That's
we're
some
gonna
good
do
old
is talk
90s.
about pets in movies in '90s movies.
Yeah, great 90s trivia there.
Yeah. Okay, so one of my favorite lines from Dumb and Dumber, and our pets' heads are falling off. I love that as
Petey.
well.
Yeah, that was Petey.
That was Petey. Petey, yes. Oh man, we could have gone on with giveaway questions for days on these.
Yeah.
Snowflake, Petey. So sorry, Brisman, who got it correct. The Dolphin from Ace Ventura, and actually, my favorite NFL team, the Dolphins.
There you
So
go.
some fun facts there. Let's before we talk about pets, real quick. I had someone message me and I thought it was a really good question. Or actually, it was on the last YouTube. It was a comment. How do you balance playing DFK with having Gen 1s at home and a job? What's the question? So I'll go first since I'm kind of putting you on the spot. I would
Sure.
say it's not easy at all. Actually, it's like 9:05, starting fashionably late here Our bedtime usually starts around 7 p.m. every night with the Gen 1s. And tonight was an adventure in, the Raph household in terms of going to bed. So not always easy. I would say you got to prioritize, what you want to do and how you want to spend your time. For me, I don't have a lot of hobbies outside of DeFi Kingdoms. I've actually kind of narrowed things down. I used to do more woodworking, used to do some other things as well. Kind of don't do as many activities just because this takes up a fair amount of my time. And I would say, use your downtime wisely. And so, if you have spare moments, that's when I turn on my DFK research hat and I, try to look things up in that way. So, all right.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you got?
So yeah, I don't know. For me, it's like I think you're exactly right. The free time becomes this space when the Gen ones are sleeping, no doubt. And I think for me, it's always accomplishing something.
Hmm.
So like, say they're still eating at the kitchen table, and I've got 2 seconds of spare time. Well, I might as well be washing the dish or putting it away. Honestly, those little bit of times that while you're still talking over the table and learning about their day,
Hmm.
you end up saving that evening time for yourself then because you don't have to go do the dishes. Say,
I like that.
honestly, those little tricks are mine. Um, and other than that, yeah, I think it's kind of a sense of like carve off 60 minutes or so a day for this here and
Hmm.
there, maybe 60 in the morning and 60 at night once they're sleeping. But otherwise, yeah, it's just kind of just give yourself a little dedicated time. I'm a morning guy, so I love the 5:30 to 6:30 a.m. period. That's my jam.
I like waking up in the mornings as well. If I don't stay up too late. I would say the other thing that I'll try to do with the Gen ones is, they're starting to get a little older now. The oldest is 8. Next oldest is 5. And what I like to do is just include them in my own chores. Like they don't quite have all of their own dedicated chores. I mean, obviously we ask them to, clean up, put their clothes away, that kind of thing. But
Hmm.
when I have a job that I need to do, asking for their help and asking for them to be a part of it, then I get to have a little bit of bonding time during that as well. So, I mean, it sounds, silly. It could be as difficult as, now my 7-year-old, he's strong enough to help me move some things. So we were rearranging some living room furniture the other day. Hey, buddy, come help me with this.
Oh
Or my
yeah.
5-year-old, hey, help me take the garbage out to the curb, bud.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
asking them about their day while you're doing that. So I would say that's kind of, I don't know. It's not much of a trick, but like you said, just maximizing that the use of your time.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I have let's, maybe one last kind of side topic before we dive into pets. Any favorite pets growing up that you want to talk about? I see here we have JHW3D said the movie Milo and Otis. My first
Oh
dog
yeah.
growing up, we named him Otis from the movie. He was not what's that? A pug in the movie, I believe. He's not a pug. He was a mutt. But yeah, we like the movie. So how about you?
So I actually had an iguana growing up. That was an adventure. It was pretty cool, but yeah, it wasn't the friendliest of creatures, I'll say. uh,
Yeah,
but yeah, that was really cool to have. He got huge.
yeah. I remember we had 4 cats growing up, and we named each one cat in a different language. And so we had Gato, Spanish, we had Mao, Chinese, Sha, I think is Russian, and no, we had Kushka, who's Russian, and Sha. I can't remember what
That's
Shah's
pretty
language
clever.
is,
I
but
like
yeah.
that.
And it's funny because one of them was mean as all get out. That was actually Gato. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and we got about 7 viewers right now. So you guys have some amazingly excellent odds, and we're going to do the first question. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a page from what's her name? The the Sandwich Punch team, Baby Punch, Sandwich Punch, and Bloater Punch, write in your Discord name as you answer the question. So type your Discord name first, and then type, space, then the answer to this question. All right. And the first person that we see on the YouTube live stream, which isn't always what all the viewers see, the first person that we see get the right answer, then they're going to get. So we're going to do giveaway first. I got a green egg that I'm going to be giving away. So that's, sorry, it's the luck of the draw. It's what you get. I have a surplus of green eggs. Neindorf, what color are you giving away later?
I have the most green eggs as well, but we'll throw that out since you've got that. I'll do a gray. That way
All right.
someone can move on it.
Excellent. All right, so for the green egg giveaway live question here for our amazing, we have 12 viewers now. All right.
Call your friends, get them
All
on.
right, so get your
don't actually.
Yeah, get your Discord name ready. What kind of dragon is toothless from the DreamWorks movie How to Train Your Dragon?
Yes. This is another one of those that reading it now, it's obvious to me, but I probably would have struggled. I've seen that several times, and it's a great movie.
Yeah, I really like
And
that movie.
there's some dragon-looking pets out there. That's a good
there
question.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a dragon. All right, so if we have a little bit of a delay here. So, what kind of dragon is toothless from the DreamWorks movie How to Train Your Dragon? All right, you got to put your Discord name in first, and then you got to say the answer, Sneaky Cat.
Well, I'm looking at the pet catalog. There is a mythic basilisk. I think that's about as close as you're going to get to this certain species of dragon.
All right. Okay, we don't have any other answers in here yet. So we're going to go ahead and give this to Sneaky Cat.
Is the answer's right?
The answer's right. It is the Night Fury.
Right.
Now,
there it is.
I guess YouTube listeners out there, be good people. Sneaky Cat, what's your Discord? Write that in. What's your Discord name?
Very nice.
And we'll go ahead and drop you a green egg that'll come
Very
over
nice.
as soon as we're done with the podcast.
We should you should page through some of these.
Space Waffles said I answered Night Fury. I do not see your answer, Space Waffles.
You getting YouTubed?
I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it said yeah, we got a couple people saying seems like our messages didn't go through. That is a bummer. Okay, well that one really stinks. We had a whole bunch of people answered, but we can't take this away from Sneaky Cat. Sneaky Cat got it for sure. So maybe the next time what we'll do is open up Discord. Go ahead and get Discord open right now in the general chat in Discord, and type in answer to question 2. Don't hit enter yet. And then so kind of the lay of the land here is Neindorf and I are going to kind of go through the pets page, talk about what we know and what our strategy is, and then we will do the final egg giveaway at the end. And then we'll just drop that. We'll do the entire answering process inside Discord. That way, it's a little easier. Yeah, injured Night Fury. Nazarite said so. That's pretty good. You get some great qualification points there. All right, so yeah, here we are. I'm gonna actually go complete a quest with the agility guy, the street kid with the game of ball. Okay, so Neindorf, I'm looking at the hatcher right now. Go into the pet catalog.
Yep. I'll pull it open
And
too.
how many pets are there right now? Let's go look at the
Does
bottom.
it does it
Oh
tell
man,
you?
dude! All right, check this out. Our YouTube friends can see this. Um, my thief just got 4 out of 4 check marks, and my ninja just got 4 out of 4 check marks on the agility test just now.
Oh, very nice.
Summoner only got 1 of 4, but boy, I'm feeling a little lucky. Maybe this will change what I do later. All right, so trying to scroll down. Can you scroll down and see what the latest number is?
I think I just kept hitting like page down or end. I think
Yeah.
I'm seeing like 3,232.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna stop hitting page end. So
So there's over 3,000 pets at least.
let's first jump into the filter on the pets. I feel like that's kind of revealing of some information. So
Yes.
there's bonus categories. There's the gathering, which is a profession quest. There's crafting, and there's combat. So the crafting one is they really have not released any information on crafting yet. Besides, we know it's going to happen in the future. Goldsmithing, woodworking, tailoring, blacksmithing, armor smithing, leatherworking. Are these like profession quests level 2? They can't be. What are these? Let's recklessly speculate on this.
Well, I think they possibly could be. I feel like I'd heard, some chatter. I don't know if it was in an AMA or what, that the level 10 profession quests, you might actually get additional items on top of the current rewards that we're used to seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be some of your crafting materials. I know I heard, lumber thrown out at one
Right.
point.
Right.
So I think they could very well be somewhat profession related. But I don't, but the bonus to here wouldn't apply during the time of profession questing. I think the bonus would apply during some sort of time of crafting. Now,
Mm.
how does that work? That brings up all sorts of questions because couldn't you just kind of like pass a pet around that's got a crafting bonus and only, apply that pet when you're crafting? I don't
I
know, right?
I would imagine, yeah.
Or are these going to bind to heroes? And then that's a whole other game that we've talked about a little bit in the
I
past, I
mean,
believe.
I think they said that they didn't want to do soul binding, but maybe it's something like you can have one active pet at a time. And it's almost like you send a pet out on a quest, like you send your heroes out. I'd have to
Sure.
think it's something more like that. Or you can maybe equipped. Maybe it's like you're just equipping a pet, and as long as it's equipped and those quests are coming back, then you get the bonus. But if you unequipped it while the quest is going on, then you would lose it. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that was like the fix that they made to jewel transfer with mining, right?
Yeah.
Is that you had to have that jewel balance the entire time that your miners were going out to the mines.
That's a good point because crafting is probably going to have a time component as well. And if crafting has a time component, well, then the pet has to be, like you said, equipped to your hero while crafting. So therefore, there's no possibility of passing. Yeah, I think, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
Look at us solving problems on the fly.
So then you can have up to 3 bonuses, and the bonuses can have 1, 2, or 3 stars, which I think are common, rare, or mythic. I think is what the stars are,
Yep,
but that gets a little
that's
confusing
correct.
because also the heroes themselves have a rarity, and they have all of the rarities just like heroes do, which I absolutely love: common, uncommon, rare, legendary, mythic. And then also, what I noticed I think this was in the announcement, is that there are like pet families. And so I noticed like there's basilisks. And so, like you said, you saw a basilisk. Here's one that's a basilisk kid. Um,
Hmm.
there's penguins. There are dire
I
wolves.
saw
There's,
I saw an emperor penguin.
yeah, there's turtles, boars, star kids, frogs. I absolutely love like the families of whelps, which I believe are like the small dragons.
Yeah.
That's the first mythic that I'm looking at right now. Wow, going for 25,000 jewel. That's asking a lot. That is the price of a land. Well, not right
Hey,
now. I think lands are double that, but
never hurts to ask, right?
yeah. Mythic foraging bonus, rare armor smithing bonus, and mysterious mythic combat bonus. So that's really um, that's gosh, these are. I'm really excited. I looked at the prices on some of these, and I'm like, I am not buying any right now. So let's go to you had some interesting comments wanting to talk about the cost, the overall cost of summoning, and how that relates to the game, and how spending those tokens. Maybe let's first just go to incubating eggs. I believe some people have said in Discord that if you don't have an egg and you might be new to the game, or maybe you're not questing as often, um, if you're so then you can't see what the offerings are. So why don't you kind of just give us a quick high level, what are the three options for how to incubate your eggs?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's basically the I'll call it the standard plan is Guy's favor, and that's 1 jewel and 50 gold and some other items. And I'll just kind of keep those other items are kind of constant through these whole upgrades, if you will. So I don't know that they're necessarily worth mentioning. But effectively, that 1 jewel, 50 gold pair takes a week to incubate. And it's kind of like summoning common heroes with common heroes, is the way I would phrase it, because
Mm-hmm.
you have a really high chance of a common pet and a very, very small chance at a mythic pet. And obviously it's the spectrum in between. So then the first upgrade I would say is Gaia's Grace, um, and that costs 10 jewel and 500 gold, so still pretty affordable. And that cuts you from a week incubation down to a single day. So that's actually kind of one that I'm looking at. As we were chatting ahead of time, though, they really get you because the chances of getting a mythic only go up to 1% at that rate, and your common percent chance is still 50%. So sure, you're only spending 10, 11, 12 jewel if you add the items up, but you really have a very high percent chance of a common as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so clever, right? They're trying to get us
Very
to open our
clever.
pocketbooks here. Um,
Yeah.
and then if you go to Guy's Boon, which is the highest amount you can pay, it's effectively an instant incubation, 20 seconds, basically like leveling up a hero. Um, but you have that costs 50 jewel and 5,000 gold. So you're talking about almost 70 jewel when you do the conversion with current prices
Mm-hmm.
to hatch this egg instantly. That does give you the highest chance of a mythic, which is still only 2%,
Two
so
percent.
pretty
Yeah.
low. But the common percent's down to 36 then. So a lot more of the percentage points are spread across rare, uh, you know, and legendary, I would say as well.
Like you
So
said, just like when you have two mythic heroes summoning together, it
yep,
really decreases your common chance, and rare or better is pretty strong. So
yep. But the
yeah,
price tag is large.
that is an absolutely giant price tag. And I mean, eggs are, well, they were 30 jewel for a really long time. Then they've been up to 50, as high as 90 at one point this afternoon. Or
Yep.
I think some people said like 150. Like, that's insane. If I would have seen that, I probably would have sold all my eggs. And just bought some back later. And then yeah, I think that just overall the spending of jewel is healthy for the game.
Yes.
I think that's actually so. Has the price of jewel moved at all because of this?
I don't think the price of Jewel has because there's so much liquidity. There's so much Jewel out there. The price of gold, because that liquidity
Went up
pool is
like a
small,
penny and a half.
it did. It absolutely skyrocketed. And then now I can see looking at I just happen to have deck screener up with the gold Jewel pair,
Hmm.
and it basically plummeted back down to where it was,
Before.
earlier today.
Okay.
So it was now people are, the hype ran its course, right? I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. I people who were going to buy bought. There might be a few people living under a rock like the two of us. We have not used any of our eggs yet. Um, like when I saw this, I was like, oh, I gotta think about it first. And so,
Hmm.
um, yeah, the time. It's funny, like the rarity percentage is really important to me, and also with the and I think this is not explained inside the hatchery notes, but this was inside of Hubert put some notes onto Discord, and then I think Titan Tom copied and pasted it onto our Discord. You have, as a higher rarity, you have a better chance of getting more bonuses, and so I believe a mythic will always have 3 bonuses. A common, you have you're going to get like 1 bonus. And then, there's a range in between there. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Go look at the chart that Hubert said. As
Yep.
Sandwich Punch says, the sacred text of Hubert. So um,
Yeah.
I think it's important to also note that, that it's almost like that rarity has a compounding effect. It's like not only is there the rarity of the bonuses, but there's also more bonuses per pet. And so, there's some chat going on YouTube right now talking about how, maybe the value of mythic eggs is going to stay super high, and that's interesting. So,
I think that could be true.
do you want to talk about pet trade-in at all?
Yeah, we can get there. I think real quick, I think you might be right. I think mythic pets are going to stay high simply because of the fact that there's no summoning potential. Like you have to
Right.
find them in questing, and it's a pretty low rate of finding eggs. Granted, I've had some luck here, um, but even with as many heroes and as many quests as I've run, to 23, I've done way more summons than 23. So if you think about it in that regard, there's 200 and some thousand heroes. There's not going to be a lot of pets out there for a long time if these drop rates stay constant. Um, and especially combine that with the fact that, you can merge 2 pets or kind of, what did he say? Sort of trade them in for another
the
egg,
the
basically
pet
two for
grinder,
one.
yeah.
Right. So that might help create more mythics, but at a 2% max chance, I mean, you're not going to see very many. So if you get a mythic with 3 bonuses that have 3 stars each, hang on to that thing. That is gold.
Yeah. So, we got some fun chat. You guys are way off page, and I'm totally on board because
I love it.
this is what we do every day of our life. Space Waffles is asking, do you guys think it's worth leveling my priest wizard R1 10 to 10 heroes to level 5 before I summon with them, or is it better to just try to summon now? And how much benefit would it be to wait?
What rarity?
Yeah, he doesn't say what rarity, so why don't you go ahead and throw that into
Yeah,
chat here?
in
Um,
my opinion, rarity is where it kind of starts to separate. I've got a couple legendaries that are still 10 of 10 that are getting close to level 10.
mhm,
And I haven't burned any summons. And, I don't have any need to right now have any more heroes. So I might hold them till,
a
hell,
little
why
later.
not level 20?
Yeah,
I don't know, no rush.
I think that's you know who is going to have the mental resolve to not summon their one of one, especially I believe he's saying with the R1 that they're essentially the pure light heroes as well. They're common. He just said.
Okay.
And so actually, I'm sitting on a pair of. I'm sitting on a priest wizard, DR1, so pure heroes, both 10 of 10 summons, and I'm also sitting on a pair of pure archer and a pure thief, DR1 as well. So um, I have not summoned with either one. I'm like sitting on level like 5, 3, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
And then I also have a 5 out of 5 common Dark Knight and a 5 out of 5 common Paladin. Both of them are minors. And I'm sitting on them as well. And so with these guys, I think it's, like I'm looking at the stat boost of level 10 and level. I don't love level 15 because that's when you get into like the secondary bonuses. And like to me, to really have the resolve to hang out like to like level 50. Like, I don't know if I have that kind of patience. Um, so I'm kind of targeting level 10 for the you get the primary stat boost in number, and then you get the primary stat boost in percentage as well, based on the highest stat of each of the parents. And so if you have two parents, which is what I'm trying to do, two parents that have the same highest stat, and you use the stone that aligns with that stat, you're going to get +1 from each parent, +2 total, and then you would also get +4 from the stone, so you'd get +6 total. If you're in the game of kind of min-maxing for combat, I think this is a great opportunity. If you want to wait till level like 50, I would only do that with a super high rarity, like you're saying, Nine Dwarf, because otherwise, like with the commons that you have now, like if you end up waiting to level 50, you roll it and you don't get a high rarity, like you're gonna be, it's gonna be a sad day.
Yep, I think you're right. I think another reason I'm picking a few. Like I got a rare sage, I'm going to hold him at 3/3. A common sage I have at 3/3, and then I just picked up a rare dragoon 3/3. And some of these guys, since they're elite, plus they're I mean, rare is okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the fence yet. I'm not really sure where I'm going to head. I do think that the longer we wait, you're going to see more and better items to summon with. So I think I'm kind of going to play a super
Your
long game
stones
with
could
some
be
of these
better, yeah.
heroes. Yeah,
Especially
there
if
will
you
be
have high rarity.
greater
Yeah,
stone
you're right.
eventually.
I like that.
And so if you can be patient and you can get through some of these, level 20, level 30, level 40, and there starts to be better items that provide additional summoning bonuses, you could end up with a common hero that's got a ton of stats and a lot of growth potential, even possibly.
Yeah. Well, so great question, Space Waffles. Thanks for taking us off.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That
We've
was
talked
good.
about this a lot.
Yeah. And then Big Nothing said, profession questers are more valuable today than they were yesterday. Yeah, I saw people throwing around some stats. I have not been watching the tavern that closely. I believe what I've seen out there that it's raised the floor price 10, 20 jewel on profession questers that are like advanced class. So not your basic class, but your advanced class, like your ninja foragers or ninja fishers, which are pretty elite questers. So yeah,
Interesting.
I think this is good for the game. It's overall good for the game. I think that and not trying to be a negative Nancy by any stretch. I think that the pets still aren't like full game utility. They're just like another version of heroes. And so I think it's a good, I'll call it intermediary to get us towards like the final playable content, because we're not battling, because when you're crafting, you're likely crafting items to be worn as armor or weapons, or you're crafting items to be the houses that your guilds are in that you use to fight other guilds. And so I'm still a very firm believer that combat is going to be the economic engine of the game in the future. So this is a great, I'm really not trying to poo-poo on this. It's a great intermediary step. And, like we said on the last podcast, seeing the information of like how in-depth duels are going to be on the first release of combat, so to speak, before the full combat, I'm really bullish on the game and really excited.
Yeah, and I think what we're seeing is that everything they add adds another facet, yet another complicating factor to consider, or
Mm-hmm.
another piece that's harder to acquire. Like they're perpetually making the perfect team more and more difficult, which I think is perfect. You want this difficulty curve that's from, anybody can have a common floor hero with Jewel the way it is.
Yeah.
Even a teenager can afford a $30 hero, all the
Right.
way up to almost infinitely priced,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a war of nine.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's a great point. That it keeps it does two things. It raises like the ceiling of combat from a complexity standpoint, which is exciting, and it lowers the barrier to entry. Um, and so I think that's exactly what a healthy game wants to do.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see some whales warring it out, and the stakes are going to be
Ridiculous.
thousands and thousands of jewel that's going to be feeding the quest fund that then all of us that have common heroes that are out there fishing and foraging, they're paying us to fish and forage basically in a sense. So
That's
I those are going to be some epic games to watch, even if it's just watching and commentating it's going to be a lot of fun.
that is a excellent point. All right, so anything else on pets that we want to go into, or are we ready to get to the next giveaway?
Let's do it. Let's give it away.
All right, so next giveaway. Oh, and our YouTubers did a good job of calling us idiots. Well, me an idiot at least. Instead of, I was looking at top chat instead of live chat. I'm still not convinced I have YouTube chat figured out here. So again, we're gonna do this in Discord. So go ahead and bring up Discord. Go to the DFK general chat page. Ooh, and Mean Machine got a legendary squid oracle. That is exciting. Mysterious fishing bonus and rare woodworking bonus. So
Oh, nice.
congrats to Mean Machine. Awesome for throwing that in there. Okay, so this is going. We're gonna bombard the heck out of general chat. So go to our Discord, DFK general chat, and you don't need to type in your Discord name. You'll just need to type in your answer.
Start chatter now so we make sure everybody's listening, by the
Yeah.
way.
All right. So let's see here. Let me bring up my notes. Okay. So, all right. This is for this is your gray egg. Is that right?
Gray egg. Yep, that's correct.
All right, gray egg, high market value, 50 jewel right here. This is a big time. This is a big giveaway. This is the biggest giveaway we've done yet. All right,
I
so
think it might be.
this is a two-part question. And so you have to listen and answer both parts in your single answer, okay? So you can't press enter with the first answer and then press enter with the second answer later. Where I'm only going to accept the answer to both questions inside a single chat line. And also let's just make sure there's no tomfoolery here. No going back to edit your answer. And so I do not want to see on Discord any edits. If you have an edit, that will automatically disqualify you because we don't know if you had the right answer the first time. So no tomfoolery. All right. So you're going to answer two questions, and this is for a gray egg giveaway, and we're going to answer this in Discord, not in YouTube. All right. I believe I've clearly explained everything.
Yeah, what's with all the rules? Come on.
I know.
Let's give away an
Need to
egg.
get to it. All right. In Anchorman, Ron Burgundy has a dog named Baxter. All right. Remember, this is a two-part question. So I'm going to say question one, and then I'm going to say question two, and you need to answer both. All right. So question one. Ron thinks he's speaking with Baxter on the phone, and he tells him to bark twice if you are in what city, Baxter? All right, so Ron thinks he's speaking to Baxter on the phone. He tells him to bark twice if he's in what city? All right, question two. When you first meet Ron and Baxter having a conversation in the movie, Ron and Baxter talk. What does Baxter eat that impresses Ron? What does Baxter eat that impresses Ron?
Some typing. Mad typing's going on.
It's a lot of typing going on here.
This is another classic. So, full disclosure, did we not do a Halloween in college where we all dressed up as Anchorman?
That is correct. And we have our first winner in. All right. Yes. All right. So we'll talk about that while everyone else is typing away and trying to.
Oh, yeah, nailed it.
Yeah. That was one of our epic Halloween costumes. So as a group of friends, we went as Anchorman. You were Brian, right? Or who was it?
I
What's
was
his name?
Brick because I
Brick.
remember
Brick. Oh yeah,
I
you
went
were
to
Brick.
Walmart. I bought some glasses and popped the lenses out so I could actually see.
Steve Carell's character Brick. Uh,
Uh,
so politically incorrect these days. I don't think that movie could be made anymore.
no,
Um,
no way, but it's great.
I love honorable mention to Pump Man who said, "All right, so the answer is it's Milwaukee and the whole wheel of cheese." And Pump Man, I said, what did Baxter eat that impressed Ron Burgundy? Not did what did he do to impress Ron Burgundy? So Pump Man answered Milwaukee and poop. He did eat the whole wheel of
Ah.
cheese and pooped in the refrigerator. So it was Milwaukee and the wheel of cheese. So sarcastic, excellent job. You are the winner of an egg from Neindorf. So sarcastic, go ahead and I have not seen a direct message yet from our first winner. Our first winner. Let me scroll back up and take a peek at that.
Space waffles, right?
No, it was Sneaky
Well,
Cat.
that was who was asking her question.
Yeah, Sneaky Cat. So message me on Discord and give me your OX address, and Czar, go ahead and message Neindorf on Discord. Give him your OX, and we'll send you off some eggs. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. We had a lot of fun. Really excited about pets being live. I think it's great. It's fun. Adds a lot of more utility to the game. People are spending their jewel. Add some burn mechanisms. These are all really healthy pre-layers to ultimately the engine of combat that's going to drive the game, and I think all the crafting elements that are going to support combat. So I love the layering that's going on here. Any closing comments here, Neindorf?
You know, stay tuned on our Discord. I think you and I are still kind of both on the fence about, um, how to incubate these eggs. Seeing these legendaries is really making me nervous that I need to go open one or two up. But we'll keep tossing around our theories, and we'll wildly speculate as always. So stay tuned.
Yeah, I have 7 Jewel liquid right now, so
Uh,
that's yeah. I'd love some advice. That's a great point. Go shoot your advice into Discord. I guess it's a little biased right now if you have a pet already. Clearly, you've gone for Gaia's Boon. Are you happy that you did that? I guess would be the follow up question. So, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Really appreciate the support. Next milestone that we get to, so we decided to kind of combine our milestones all into one. We were going to give away 1 egg at 300 subscribers, 1 egg at 500, and we decided, what the heck, let's go with it and have some fun with this. So we gave away 2 eggs today. Next ones, I think I'm going to do around people hitting. It'll probably be based around likes on a YouTube video. So if you could help us with liking and commenting on the YouTube videos. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. So I will give away. We'll give away an eternal page of your choice to our listeners out there. So between Neindorf and I'm sure we have a duplicate somewhere. We will give away an eternal page of your choice to our favorite. So answer the question of the day that was today's question, and comment on the YouTube video. So it has to be on the YouTube video comments. What is your favorite movie pet character? And the answer that we like most, we'll comment back and send you a page. So let's do that for a giveaway. And if you guys like these style of giveaways, we'll continue to do more of these. We
oh yeah, it's a ton of
we love
fun.
this community. This is fun for us. So thank you for the support out there. Comment and like, and hopefully we can continue to grow the YouTube channel. If we can do that, that just means we can give away more stuff, which is just fun for everyone. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great night.